It is March 8th, 2025, and I'm going to attempt something I don't think I've ever done before. I'm going to attempt to go to 2 card shows in one day. Now, the thing is, what's going to run out first, my money or my time? I've got other things I need to do today, but I thought where I'm going today, I'm going to be passing 2 card shows. So I'm like, I might as well stop by, see if there's any good cards to pick up. I'm looking for, of course, insert cards to finish some of my insert sets. Of course, PC cards, Darryl Strawberry, Ken Griffey Jr., Chris Bryant, as well as maybe just finding some good deals on some cards to give to other people. And of course, trying to pick up some vintage cards for my fledgling vintage collection. I got a lot to do today, so we got to get on the road. Come along with me. Let's go. I was not prepared for how busy this show was. We need to see more placeholders. That was really nice. This table is a lot of shows that I go to. Vintage check. And some vintage memorabilia. Love checking out this stuff. Lots of old Cubs memorabilia. Some T206 goodness. This is where I live. Check out that Griffey softball ringer. Always got to check out the Al Kaline cards. Says, love to get a Pete Maravich rookie at some point. Check this out. Chris Bryant, 1 of 1. Printing plate with a patch. Some cards to show to Andy. 89, goodness. Check out all of these Hall of Fame autos. I am just leaving the show. This is at the Kane County Fairgrounds. I've actually been to some toy shows here before with my friend Keith. That was a lot of people. That was a lot more than I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's 270 tables, so that I should have known that was a lot of tables. Pretty busy when I got there, but then I've left about an hour, half later, and it's not quite as busy. And I feel like I did pretty well. I bought a lot of $2 cards. I would have loved to pay $1 for them, but I got some deals. So let's check those out. You guys probably just want to see the cards. You don't want to see my face, but you get both. Bonus. We have the Ken Griffey Jr. card. Need this for the Celebration of the Kids set. $2. Not too bad there. This is a sweet deal for Chunkle Andy at Flying Dutchman Cards. That is a Ryan Mountcastle bat relic for $1. Can't beat that. That's pretty good. All right, so these I got for $20. 12 cards for $20. And I think I did pretty good. These are all ones I also checked. I am pretty sure all of these I need. So let's go through them. 70 Years of Top Paper, Aaron Judge. And why I say paper, well, first of all, this is a pretty sweet looking card. Just a great photo close-up of Judge on there. And why I said paper for that one is I got a bunch of chrome from 2021 Top Series 2, 70 Years of Tops. I really love these. I want to complete these sets, so it's cool to see all of these. I feel like a pretty good deal for them because I don't see these a lot, but here we go. We'll fly through these. David Ortiz on, this is 93 or something. 92, 90, 93. I'm just going to go say 93. But Future Doug will let me know if I'm wrong or not. I know this one's 86, David Wright. And I love how it's chrome, but it also has the white borders on there, so you get a little bit of shine. And then we have the 91 Ronald Acuna Jr. Let's go in there. We have a Corey Seager. People are like, oh, that's a so-and-so, but I can't recall all of these sets off the top of my mind right now. There we go. With a Cal Ripken Jr. chrome. So I just thought these were pretty sweet to be able to pick all these up at one time. Joey Bart. And I think that's a 2011, 2013. It's Buster Posey's rookie card that same year, in case you didn't know. And then we have a Casey Mize rookie. Pretty cool one on that one as well. And then working on my 1989 Chrome, so I got a Mike Trout. All these again are $2, and some Bowman cards. Drew Jones, Prospect Power Up. He was hot in the streets a couple years ago. I think he might have cooled off a little bit, but again, I need that to complete a set, along with this Josh Jung making a pretty good dent into this set. Not with this one, but I mean, I'm getting close. I saw on TCDB for that one. And then this one completes my 2023 Bowman Rookie of the Year favorites with this Adley Rushman. And yeah, so always fun to complete a set. And I'm pretty sure Andy doesn't have this one. He might, but it's still a pretty cool blue refractor Ozzie Smith from Platinum Anniversary. So that's coming Andy's way. So those were all, that big stack I just went through was 20 bucks. Not too bad. I feel like if I get a good amount of cards for, you know, under 30 bucks for what I'd probably pay for a blaster, or like 25 bucks, you know what I mean? Then I'm doing pretty well. These next cards were $2 cards. I picked out 5 to pay 10 bucks, but then he said pick out 2 more. So I got 7 cards for 10 bucks. And here we go. We got a Josh Jung Rookie of the Year favorites. And I apparently needed this one too to complete the set. So I have Josh Jung and the Adley Rushman now to complete the set. That's a little anticlimactic doing it out of order. Another prospect power up. I don't know if I need this one. Samuel Basillo for the Orioles catcher, but I like that pinball styled set. And then we have some, I prefer these to like Mojo designs because I like foil, and these are kind of like foil, but they're the pearl refractor. So we got a Dansby Swanson on the 89. These are all mine. Sorry, Andy. I think it'd be fun to eventually complete one of these sets. And so that was the 89. And then these are the All-Stars 89 from Series 2. We got Pete Alonso, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Julio, and I really like this Satchel Paige. So there we go. I thought I did pretty good. I did not find a vintage card. I was looking for some. Didn't really find anything that fit my niche. And so now I'm on the road to go to another card show, and hopefully I'll find some stuff there too. Stay tuned. Here we go. I've made it to the second location, and it's in a mall. The mall looks a little deserted, but hopefully I'll find some cards. I'm going in the doors. Wish me luck. Here's a door. Here's another door. Something's going on. Let's see if we can find some cards. A much chiller vibe at this show. Much of the mall was abandoned. They had some cool tables in the middle. Check out that Mother's Cookie Griffey, as well as an Upper Deck Griffey. I thought this Roy Campanella amidst a bunch of modern cards was interesting. I had never seen a setup like this before. Each of these envelopes had 1 card in them. Very interesting. Cards with autographed balls. Very nice. I bought my last card from this table. It was a vintage card. Just got out of the Peru, Illinois mall show. Mall shows are always interesting just because it's in the middle of the mall. This mall was kind of depressing because like 80% of it was abandoned. I mean, there's a Bath and Body Works, so there's that. And while not as hectic as the previous show, I was still able to find some cool cards. I think Kaylin is going to like this one. $5 2024 Topps Allen and Ginter Chris Bryant game used memorabilia. And if you notice the colors on this, that would be what they call in the industry a color match. And so I thought for $5, that's a pretty nice Chris Bryant card to add to the Chris Bryant PC. And then for a whole $1, I got this Mark McGuire comic card, trying to complete this set because I think these are cool looking. I like the comic artwork and the design and the colors. And so I'm working on that set. And so that's another one towards that one. Future Doug will let us know all, what's going on if he hasn't already. And then I must really love my brother because I keep spending more money on him. But if you don't know, Flying Dutchman cards like 1989 cards.
Exactly.
This was in a $1 box, and I feel like this is probably the steal of the show. Whoa. Lights, camera, action. So as always, let me know down in the comments what you think my best pickup of the show was. But this was $1. It is a Jung Ho Lee rookie 1989 player worn memorabilia. So not game used, but player worn. Still, for $1. I mean, that's a pretty nice steal. So I thought this Riley Green was also $1, but it was $3. And so I gave the guy $5. He didn't have change for a 1. So these two are going out to Andy, Flying Dutchman Cards, to add to his memorabilia. He might already have these, but I don't think he'll be disappointed if he has some doubles. And so he didn't have change for a 1, so I had $1 more to spend at his table. And I'm pretty sure Andy doesn't have this Tony Nese WW Raw out of 99 on the 1989 design. I mean, how many cards in your collection are just abs? You know, I mean, you get some face and pecs, but check out those abs. It reminds me of how I look in the mirror most days, minus the long hair. But, you know, so I thought Andy would like that one. And then I did find a vintage card, and I did a little bit of wheeling and dealing. You know, you guys come here for the high stakes, high dollar card amount, but I had $5 left. I wanted to get a vintage card, and so I saw a stack of these deco edged cards from 1969, and it is a Don Kissinger, and I just like getting kind of interesting Cubs players cards for my vintage PC collection. Very slowly building that, and so I had $5 to spend. Got a few bucks off of this one, and yeah, I thought that was a cool looking card. I do not know much about Don Kissinger other than he has a big old C on his helmet, and he's got some cool sleeves under his uniform there, and so maybe I'll learn more about him. And there we go. So I did it 2 card shows in one day, and then the Chicago Sports Spectacular I'm hoping to go to next weekend. So I feel like overall pretty successful, but now I got to get back on the road. So I'm going to let you go. Again, down in the comments, let me know what you thought my best pickup of the show was. And I really appreciate you watching. Don't forget to rock and roll.